weeknights, 7 a.m. from Fox 35. This is Good Day Orlando.
All right, we're talking about the NFL getting ready for one of the biggest events, and Florida will be in the spotlight because we just have great athletes here. We're very lucky. Ryan Elijah joining us now in the studio with the details on that. I guess it's because we can practice year-round, right? We have such great weather, and yeah, it's just easier for these guys to get out there and exercise.
Absolutely. Big argument, Florida or Texas. Here, clearly, we say Florida, though. The draft has become such a primetime event. It's big, just a one-day event for round one now, and a number of those players with local ties, they're expected to go very high in the draft. We'll start with a former Gator, expected to be one of the first players selected tonight. Experts saying junior defensive tackle Sharif Floyd, he could be taken in the top 5. And last season, Floyd, of course, an anchor on the Gators defense. Don't you like the Fox music behind us, by the way? Quarterback Xavier Rhodes from Florida State could also hear his name called tonight. Rhodes projected to go in the back half of the first round. And FSU quarterback E.J. Manuel, he is expected to be a second rounder, not as a quarterback, so he'll probably have to wait until tomorrow to be drafted in round 2. And Jacksonville, by the way, has the number 2 pick in the draft. Kansas City's number 1. Miami with selection number 12. We just heard about that. And Tampa Bay, they traded their pick. And speaking of trades, still a lot of speculation that Tim Tebow could actually be traded either today or over the course of that 3-day draft. So Gator fans, keeping an eye on that. John?
All right, thanks a lot, Ryan. You know, the amount of money that some of these guys are about to make in one day would make your mind spin, and we all know that some of these stories don't end well. Marini is a financial advisor here in Orlando that caters to professional athletes. He actually has a book out, a new book called Finish Strong, 21 Life and Money Lessons for Professional Athletes. Michael, good to see you. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you, John.
Okay, so some of these guys about to become multimillionaires overnight. They may have come from pretty dire circumstances. What are they about to experience?
Well, they're about to have more money than they've ever had in their entire lives, and a lot of them just get into making bad choices, and they have family tugging at them and friends tugging at them, and they just can't see the end of the road where their careers are going to end, and they just, you know.
You deal with these guys each and every day, a lot of success stories, a lot of negative stories as well. I think most of us are blown away by, like, you know, the story of a Warren Sapp, a guy who made tens of millions of dollars and has to declare bankruptcy because he only has a few $1,000s in shoes.
Right.
That's the only asset that's left. Where's all that money go?
There's so many ways they lose it. Bad business deals are a big part of it. Buying too much real estate, too big of a house, and a lot of it is well intended. They're trying to set themselves up financially for the rest of their life, but they're just getting bad information and going about it the wrong way.
Do they become targets just because of the amount of cash they have on hand?
Absolutely. They get so many people saying, hey, you should do this, you should do that with your money, and we're going to take your money and turn it into something else. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. All you have to do is play football, and that's the biggest problem, is they turn it over to someone else because they're confused and they don't know where to turn.
Now, in the book, or that book itself, you said you've already gotten in the hands of, what, 200 of these guys who may be drafted?
Actually, about the top 250 NFL prospects, I've already received a copy of that book and had a chance to read it, and I got some amazing feedback from some of them.
What's the lesson we can all learn? Because a lot of us will never come into $7 million in one day, but what's the lesson we can learn from the mistakes that you've seen these guys make?
The biggest thing is to just stop and don't do anything quickly. Research everything, check out all your sources and everything you're looking at doing. Don't just jump into anything, because at the end of the day, even if you just put your money under the mattress and didn't squander it, that would be better than making a lot of the mistakes that these guys make.
It would be hard to lose $50 million under your mattress as opposed to some of the others. Hey, by the way, where's your book at? Where can people take a look at this?
They can go to my website, MariniPlayerManagement.com. They can get it through Amazon.com. Any prospective athletes can go to the website, contact me, I actually send them a free copy.
How closely do you watch this draft?
Very closely.
I bet you do. Michael Marini, thanks, man. Based right here in Orlando.
Thank you,
Great
John.
financial advisor there. All right, I'll send it in to you guys in Studio A.